welcome back, survivors. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to the Long Dark, where let me get a drink in and get a little bit of sleep, and hopefully we'll be to morning. And we've got to go over the incredibly big stroke of dumb luck I had last episode, because it's going to set us up pretty well for not having to worry about our supplies for a bit. Well, at least our food and water supplies. We actually do have a supply shortage that we will need to try to very carefully address sooner or later, but... Okay, so everything's set up here. There we go. I think that's the smoother mouse movement for us. Yeah, so last episode, we took down, or managed to take down a moose. We've got fresh meat that we've cooked up there. Actually, probably will have a little bit of that. But we've got food, water, I think we're doing mostly okay with. I should check and see how we're doing with the water box. I actually did kind of like having the little, just crate here of water as I need. Yeah, so we've gotten through a little bit. It's not too bad. I'll probably leave that for now. Now, the issue I'm running into here is we've got food, we've got water. That will take a while to cure. But we don't have a lot when it comes to actually contending with the wildlife. Like the rifle, we've only got 2 rounds left now. We've only got, I believe, it's 1 flare, so that's only going to help us maybe against, like, 1 or 2 wolves. And though I do have, like, the hunting knife and the hatchet, if I do go hand-to-hand with the wolves, it's not going to be something that I think will be an ideal outcome for us. And cougar warning flyer. May hear cougar before I see it, watch for fresh kills, cougar maybe near... Yeah, that's something, if I am here too long, we'll have to mind as well. So, I'm trying to think of what I want to do here. Like, weather-wise, okay, it's actually pretty good out. I don't see the wolf on the... Okay, you know what? It looks clear. I don't see the wolf that was patrolling here before. I think I'm going to try to hit up these 2 fishing cabins and maybe even try for that 1 cabin... Or I guess, well, ice fishing shacks. And we'll try for that 1 cabin we didn't get that was, like, part of the ones, like, along there from the other time. Because, yeah, my big issue right now is I do not have a means of much self-defense or prevention for the wolves. Bear, we can easily avoid and keep an eye out and just back away from that. But the wolves are more problematic because with the shortage of supplies, I think any direction I go will probably run into some. If I try to follow the rail line there that, like, circles around to the Carter Hydro Dam, which I think is somewhere in that direction over there, we're likely going to encounter some wolves that way. If I try going back to the Trapper's Homestead, I'll probably have at least 1 wolf I could imagine being along the way there. Oh, speaking of, we got 1 way out there. Okay, so I've searched this one. I don't want to go for that one because that guy looks a little bit too close to it for my liking. So we'll try going for... Okay, there's one with a door there. I might have to try checking that way for something, too. We'll hit up this one with the door on it, that way I can duck into it, and then I think it's more to the left. Or maybe that's the last cabin. Maybe there are more... Okay, there might be more cabins to check, actually. I forgot that there were actually a little bit back that way. I should have been a little more careful checking for the bear first coming over here, but... We're getting by. Yeah, it's a little bit cool. That is another thing that we'll have to try addressing, though we are at least getting a few rabbit pelts cured. I would like to try to get 1 more so we can make up the gloves. So yeah, I'm just going to come in here. Oh, hallelujah. How many? Oh, that's 5. Okay. Yeah, now we're doing much better off when it comes to having to contend with... Oh, I'll take another hunting knife. I know it's a bit heavier, but... Now we're a little bit better off. I do want to go exploring, and we'll have to contend with the wolves. We'll leave the can, because I don't really need that. I did just catch the, 1 revolver around there. If we could find a revolver, I think we'd be pretty well set, because I've got a fair bit of revolver ammo on us, I believe. Yeah, I've got 15 rounds. Is the case that maybe there actually has to be, like, another difficulty between Stalker and Interloper for the game? It's like... Okay, yeah, wolf is right there. We'll leave that open just as a sign like I've been in that. And we'll go check... Oh! Okay, so the bear is out. We'll go over here. I didn't realize the bear was around here still. I mean, we can give it a bit of a wide berth, and we should be able to check that cabin today. But it's still a case of, like, I don't want to... Let's not test our luck. Like, getting the moose down with the one shot right at our front porch, that, to me, is... Couldn't ask for anything more, and I should be more conservative about my efforts and, like, how we do. Oh, we got a note. Okay, just a backer. I mean, it is kind of nice to have these little back notes, but I do kind of wish there was also, like, little things of, like, maybe there's a little cache in a certain spot you could go to that's, like, hinted to or something. Okay, nothing in there. Oh, accelerant in that. Let's see. Anything in the trash can? Nothing in there. Doesn't look like anything in that crate. We'll take the free water. Now, once we can get that moose hide cured and make up the satchel, that's going to be a really welcome addition for us, because that's going to... Oh, no, it's just spray paint. I don't think I need that, but we will check this. Nothing. Okay, I think that's about everything in here to look through. I mean, I could completely move stuff around and apart, but I think what we see is basically what we get in this spot. Yeah, so I'm going to leave the cabin. And we'll see where that bear might be. Like, there are a few big tree limbs that would be nice to break down for the wood, but it's too cold for that. I think we'd start freezing with how quickly we're losing temperature. Yeah, see, he's just roaming around right there. I almost have to... Okay, where's... Okay, that wolf is going over there. I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll try getting up to that and going a long circle back where the bear came from. Because, like, he's right at the cabin I want to check. Oh, and there's another wolf out there, too. Okay. Yeah, I don't think the bear is on us. I think we've got enough distance, and there's, like, no scent lure or anything we've got in our inventory that I think would draw him closer to us beside, like, seeing us. So I think as long as we keep some distance, we can go and check that, and maybe sneak to that last cabin, just so that way we can say we've checked all of them out. But I don't know how big of an area he ranges from. It might be the case, maybe he's got a den somewhere over here, too, that he, like, goes across the lake searching from. If I really wanted to test my luck, I could probably duck into, like, one of these cabins, or actually probably use the one with the door on it, take a shot, close the door back up, and he wouldn't be able to get at us. But again, I think I should just be a little more cautious for, like, how well things have gone. Okay, and that's basically a dead end, so it's the other little spot that has a... Oh, another whetstone. That'll be good to keep the tools in shape, some line. If we do have to ice fish, we can.
Is it food or...
A little bit more food. We don't... That's good to find, too. Finally, another flare. Oh, a couple more. Oh, and Soinkin. Okay, I think that's everything from in here. Yeah, he's still walking off to the cabin, so... I'm kind of curious how far across the lake he goes, because I'm kind of wondering if maybe he does, like, a little loop back around in a bit. But we'll pop into here, see what we can get. I don't think he should come back this way while we're in the cabin. I think he should just be, like, steadily going off on his way there. And as long as I don't stop to, like, break down anything inside the cabin, I think we should be fast enough we can make the quick little journey across without him being wiser to us. Oh!
Cold is making my head feel thick.
What? Down there in the dam. Broken window room. Okay, so we got a memento cache and a key. That's actually interesting. So, I don't need the food, but MREs, I can hold on to those. Oh, actually, it's kind of nice getting all these books, because they are great for starting fires. The dam is somewhere I want to go. There's a hydroelectric dam in the Mystery Lake region that has a couple of different ways to get towards it. But both of them would probably involve having to mind some wolf encounters along the way. I think the safer route actually might be going along the railroad tracks that run by our cabin, because at least I have better visibility there than, like, the other winding route that you would take. Yeah, I think this is another case of... You know what? Just in case... Oh, no, not that. Yeah, nothing there. That is one thing I really like about this, is just being able to, like, move stuff around the side to look around better. But I'd say that's about all there was to check out, so... We'll leave the cabin, hopefully see about the way being clear up to... where is the bear? He's not over that way. Okay, he's coming back this way, so it's... I think a good thing we're sneaking out of there right now as we are, because... A little bit longer, and he probably would have been right in front of us for trying to leave.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
Yeah, we're going to get back to that. Because I've got a few places in Mystery Lake now, and thinking about it, I want to hit. The hydroelectric dam for sure, but there's also that radio station, sorry, the ranger station or ranger lookout at the top of that one hill there. There might be a chance there could be a revolver, I guess at either location. I don't know, like, off my back of my hand, like, okay, I know there's going to be these items will spawn at these possible spots or whatever, like, super hardcore long dark fan and player. But I do know, like, a little bit of the layout of some areas, and some good spots to try hitting up as, like, major landmarks. But yeah, it would be through there. Actually... I might want to check that way, because I think there's a spot with a hunting stand there. And that, though it might not have a revolver, it might have some ammo. But first thing first, let's just get back safely to the cabin, warm ourselves up, and maybe we'll see about... I'm trying to think of where I want to go next, actually. Because, like, I want to get... I might even head back towards the Trapper's Homestead because of the saplings I'd seen. Like, if I can get these saplings that... I think there were actually both birch and maple, so I bring those all back to the cabin, let them start curing. There's the foundations for my survival bow. And since there is now the fire-hardened arrows in the game, I could probably look at just making some of those up and using them to hunt rabbit to help get our archery skill up. But for now, we're going to get right back in the cabin and warm up. I will have to figure out a good source... Actually, that right there might be a good source of some firewood. Because I don't know if anything would be drawn to be able to, like, have the meat that's sitting on the porch. I don't know if this is, like, a spot where the animals can't get to it. And that's... Okay, that's 87%. And how's this doing? 88. So it is going down steadily out here. Okay, I was hoping maybe it would last a bit longer, so... But I think because it's raw as well, that's the reason why that is dropping as it is. Okay, for now... Let me just check and see what's the better one. Okay, no, those are definitely worse. So let me just see about storing some stuff away. What is in here? Is this... Okay, this is just some extra clothing. So yeah, we'll toss that in, just get it out of our inventory for a little bit of weight off ourselves. Okay, that is where I've got some food, so I might as well... We'll make that our food drawer. I should see about... Okay, I've got more books to add to that. I've got a little bit of reclaimed wood, but I think that's about all I've got. Okay, you know what? Actually, that hasn't dropped all that much in here. Although that might be because it is, again, cooked. But I'm going to do a little bit of rearrangement. All the prepared food we'll store in that. And that just has, like, some cooking supplies. Okay, I'm going to see about getting a fire going to cook a little bit more. I do have more crates like this I can break down, so... Yeah, you know what? I'll break that down. We're going to get a return on the warmth once to get the fire going, so that should be fine.
I need to drop something.
Okay, so we'll take the 8 pieces of that and drop these ones that I have cooked out here. And the big thing I want to do is try getting our cooking skill as high as I can, as quickly as we can. I think that's one of the big limiting factors that makes survival mode difficult, is having to mind the parasite risk. Because if you eat any sort of carnivore meat, you have to contend with the possibility that you could have a parasite take hold, or, sorry, intestinal parasites happen. And then that is a real bugger to go against. It happened last series very early on, and it did prove to be a little bit difficult to try going around and contending with that. Okay, let's see about adding... Yeah, we'll do that. Cook that. Cook that. Okay, so they'll take an hour. You know what? That crate I'll break down for a little bit more. And as much as I wouldn't like to destroy too much in here just to keep, like, the cozy feeling, I might have to. Like, we'll start looking for things like... Oh, you know what? This would... yeah, you know what? I will break that down for the 4. Because that should be the meat upstairs now done, and I can quickly add more of the reclaim to keep the fire going to cook further. Cook that. Cook that. Yeah, so those are about an hour, so we'll see if I can find anything else that's just simple enough to break down and toss in there. We'll leave that chair for now just because it's... Oh, you know what? This right here. Kind of funny that for as big as that table is compared to a chair, we got one less of reclaimed wood. I guess we were only using, like, the chair legs or something from it. Or, sorry, the table legs, since they're only the 3. But yeah, I'm going to toss another couple in there. I'll keep that going for a while. Yeah, I've got plenty of gut that's going to cure. We've got the 3 rabbit pelts, 1 more, and that'll be the gloves sorted. Yeah, that'll be a little bit more. Let's take another check and see if there's anything small I could break down for 1 more piece of wood, and then we can head back up. Doesn't look like it, though. I think we have basically broken down everything I can think of for easy material. The rest I'll probably keep just for the sake of being able to have. Because, I mean, we could be here in the area for a while. I do know my way to other spots, but I'd rather be a case of more we're leaving for a specific goal than just to say, okay, well, we're going to leave the area. I wonder if I should put you... Okay, actually, you know what? I'm going to move you over here, because I think you actually will look nicer over the workbench. And we'll just wait till that's done. Okay, take that. Take that. Cook those. And I think what I will actually do is read the book we've got on the go right now. Because that will finish this up. That might even actually level us up for our ice fishing skill. Okay, maybe not, but that's at least those all used up, so... Oh, yeah, no, it did. Perfect. Okay, so that's ice fishing level 2. I'll just put those there for now. That's done, that's done. Okay, and I will have to add, I think, 1 more thing of reclaimed wood, but that'll do. And you know what, I'm about to take some water. So we'll have a drink, have a snack, go put this out onto the deck outside. I thought I had heard or read somewhere that if it's out in, like, the below 0 temperatures, the food will stay longer or last longer. Maybe the raw stuff doesn't because, again, it's raw and not cooked. But maybe somebody can also give me a little bit more clarity if, like, I'm just talking of something that's nonsense in the long run. But that's there. Oh, we're actually not losing... Oh, okay, this is the perfect time to see about breaking this down. Because we're not losing any warmth. Yeah, that'll take an hour, but that's some really good firewood to have gotten. And I might actually see if I can try to get a little bit... No, you know what? Actually, let me get back inside, because now that I realize it, we had just put the meat on to cook, and I don't want that to burn. As much as we do have an excess supply. Yeah, that's cooked. That's cooked. That's fine as is there. And we'll have a little bit of snack of one. A drink of that. And I think... what is my... Okay, no, that's just like miscellaneous stuff. I was looking to see if I had a drawer more dedicated to like actual fire stuff. So you know what, I'll take those out of there and make this our fire drawer. So I'll toss all those over, and I'll even toss all those for now. Yeah, I'll toss the magnifying lens too. I don't think I need that. And maybe even some of that just to ease up a little more weight. And down here I can just toss in the, all the cloth, the feathers, that... Yeah, they weigh so little I'll keep those on me. Okay, let's see if we can get a little bit more firewood, and maybe even try cooking the last bit of what we've got of the moose meat on the porch too. Because we got a lot to go through. Like, as much as we have been steadily working at that, we've got so much that it is going to take a bit of time. Okay, what are you? You're probably just a regular branch, aren't you? Yeah, you're not really going to be worth that. We want to find another nice big limb of something to be able to break apart. So we'll take a little look up along the rail line. Alright, that's the fire where we set that up beside the moose we took out. Okay, I don't have anything that I think... Yeah, no, nothing that would cause us to have a scent, so I think I should be alright to break down one of these. What are they? We've got a fair bit of cedar already. Okay, they're both cedar, so you know what? We'll break that down. And we'll break this down, because it is actually really nice weather-wise. Visibility is going down. I guess it's gotten so warm, it's almost like a fog out. Oh, a fir limb. That's really good.
It's dusk. So
I think fir is the best firewood you can find. Well, apart maybe from like one of those fire logs that we had found and used earlier in the series, but fir limbs are definitely the one you want to try going for. I think they add an hour and a half of fuel to the fire. Cedar will give you 1 hour, and reclaimed wood is about half an hour. But now that we've got a nice supply of firewood, we can keep the cooking going. The only thing that I don't have, and I kind of wish I did, was actually being able to have like a woodworking tool set. So then I'd be able to make some stuff up with all the firewood we've been starting to gather. Okay, but let's... Yeah, you know what? We'll use the other book. I've got a nice bit stored away, so I can always just grab one or two to keep going with. But we'll get this fire lit, get it going for a fair bit of time, and just cook some more of the meat through.
That did it.
Yeah, so 1 piece of cedar is 1 hour, and 1 piece of fir is 1.5 hours. Okay, we'll do that. I'll store the rest of that in here quickly. And I'll head down and grab a bunch of... I wonder if I should just bring all the meat inside that I can. That way, instead of like going in and out for a few times. Everything's inside with us.
I might have to drop some gear.
There we go. The animal fat, I don't know if I can really do too much with it right now. That, I think, is more of a cooking addition. Or I might actually have to look up and see what recipes might use it. I know it says you could eat it if you wanted to, but I think that will cause you stomach issues. So let me do a quick check-in here. Right, we want... Oh no, sorry, this is all recipe stuff. Broth, cooking oil... Okay, cooking oil is what I could do. But looks like I need level... Actually, we're probably at level 1 for our cooking, aren't we? Yeah, we're almost actually up to level 2 thanks to all the food we've got cooking through. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to do. I can't really make anything of that. The travois, I would need a deer hide for, and that might not be bad to actually make. I know I used it a little bit in one of the Long Dark series, and it was helpful for the time we had used it. I don't suppose... Yeah, no, I can't move the... With the connection there, I can't move these things out and about or around as I'd like. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could do. Okay, I don't have the leather to do that, but I do have cloth, so I could probably look at
stuff to carry.
Repairing some of our gear, because like that'll be about an hour. Yeah, you know what? We'll try working at some of this stuff, just bring it up to better condition. Okay, that needs 20 minutes. Let's see if we can repair this for... Yeah, that'll be 30, so that should work all right. Damn. Although, that's good for us. Okay, that's prepped. That one. That one. Now, is there anything that would take an hour for repair? Probably this. Yeah. Okay, we'll see if we can get that repaired or not. Bugger. And that's still 30 minutes. Okay, so maybe we'll try these this time. Just try to ration out, like, okay, what's going to take the closest time for what we're working at? There we go. Minute, 2 minutes, just wait. I still got a couple of hours, so I don't have to top that up. And there is cooking level 2. Beautiful. Okay, so now again, let's see if we can repair this. One thing I should be careful of is how much cloth I am using, because I might want to make bandages as well. But I think we'll actually be alright. Like, how many do I have? 1. Yeah, okay, there might be some cloth I can break down around in here, but... That's cooked. That's cooked. We'll slap that on, slap that on. And you know what? For now, we will take out all the cooked meat we've got going. Yeah, there's camp office. I can just kind of barely see the edges of everything there.
Heavy.
Okay, it's actually not too cold out. Well, I mean, we are also pretty shielded being on the deck or the porches we are. And we'll keep that little bit we've got there on us. Yeah, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only 9 more to go. And the animal fat is... Yeah, we'll leave in here for now. Once I can make it into the cooking oil, I think we'll probably be fine with, leaving it be as it is. Because... Actually, I should check and see how I make it into the cooking oil. I'd imagine it's just, like... Okay, yeah, it says time to cook, so it is a case of, like, I do have to prepare it like that. And is there anything else that would call for it? No, it looks like that's about all there that uses animal fat. Yeah, there's a number of things I could try making, although... Actually, do I have flour? I don't think so. I think I have... Oh, I do! I could actually get fancy and make something for ourselves. Oh. Okay, what kind of recipes do we have, actually, then? Well, we don't have venison. We don't have trout stew. Okay, that's cooking pot. What about skillet? Nothing I see for moose, though. Like, there is bannock we could try making. It is just a bit of cooking oil and the flour. I don't have acorn grounds. I think to prepare that... Yeah, I need a heavy hammer to smash it all up, so can't make that. Could make porridge. Don't have the maple syrup for pancakes. Could probably make rosehip pie, though. Like, we have rose hips, we've got cooking oil, we've got the flour. Although it looks like... Wait. Okay, so it'll cause you to have a headache if you have that? Because, like, I know there are certain items or that you can make where it's like, you might get a debuff to kind of, like, offset a benefit you get. Long Dark is... Some people might not like it, but I actually don't mind at all for having, say, something to, like, help offset it. Like, something like this. Like, better rest, but makes you more fatigued. Good thing to have right before you're going to go to sleep for, like, a night or something. I don't mind them including little things like that to help offset and give you just more reasons of, like, doing certain things or other ways of doing stuff. Okay, you know what? We'll wait till that's done. Take that. Take that.
Lay down.
Cook that. Cook that. I'll take these bits out. I don't know if there's really anything else I can think of I want to do for... Okay, I think I just caught a little glimpse of the fire. I was going to say, I wasn't sure if it was going to be an Aurora night. But I think if it was going to be, we would have seen it by now. Yeah, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, a little bit more to go through. I'll actually head inside and see how much time is left on that. And depending on it... Yeah, we will have to get some sleep in soon, too. Maybe it's a case if I can get it so, like, it's... Oh, actually, that might be the fire out. Okay, you know what? If the fire is out, let's get to sleep for... We'll try 8 hours. I'm hoping that'll bring us up to... I can actually see what's going on in proper morning. And then, next episode, we'll go from here. Yeah, I can see, and that's... Okay, I don't know how far along it was. Maybe because we left it paused for so long, it's reset, but... We'll keep going from here. For now, though, thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of The Long Dark. If you did like the video, be sure to give it a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in the comments right down below. Until I see you all in the next video or episode of Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.